Good evening, students. In this session, we are going to study about atoms and molecules and related aspects like atomic mass, molecular mass, mole concept, and molar mass. In this, we are going to study chemical formulas of a compound. So, let us start with chemical combination, law of chemical combination. First is law of conservation of mass. This law was given by Anthony Lavoisier. He said that in any chemical reaction, total mass of all the reactants is equal to the masses of all the products. That is, mass can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical reaction. In law of conservation of mass, given an example. According to the law of conservation of mass, mass of reactant is always equal to mass of product. Clear? So, if A and B are two reactants which combine to form product C, then mass of A plus mass of B will be equal to the mass of product, that is C. Clear? So, mass can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical reaction. Now, if hydrogen combines with chlorine to form HCl, okay. So, when we are talking about law of conservation of mass, it is always calculated in the form of mass. Okay. So, what is the mass of hydrogen? 1. So, here it is 2 atoms. So, 2 gram of hydrogen. Atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. So, 2 atom, it will be 71 gram. Now, HCl form are atomic mass of hydrogen 1 plus 35.5. Okay, so 71 gram of chlorine reacts with 2 gram of hydrogen. Total mass is 73 gram. Now let us calculate the mass of product form. 2 into 36.5 and it is equals to 73 gram. So, we can easily prove that mass of a reactant is always equal to the mass of product. Now, let us start law of constant proportion. See, according to law of constant proportion, in a given chemical compound, the proportion of mass of the elements that compose it are fixed and are independent of the origin of the compound or its modes of preparation. In simple word, we can say whatever is the source of compound and whatever is the method of preparation, the elements combining together will always be in a fixed ratio. The ratio of the elements will be constant. Let us study the example of law of constant proportion or definite proportion. Whenever hydrogen and oxygen combines to form water, they always combines in a fixed ratio. Whatever be the method of preparation, whatever will be the source of water, but the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen will be fixed by mass. Okay, so hydrogen combines with oxygen to form water. This equation should be balanced. So here it is 2. So again here it will be 2. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. Total 4 atom is there. So 4 gram hydrogen combines with 32 gram of oxygen to form water. So let us find out the ratio. Ratio, just divide it, you will get the ratio. So it is 1:8. So this hydrogen and oxygen will always combine in the ratio of 1:8 to form water. And if I change the ratio, the product form will be different. Clear? If I am changing the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen, the product form will not be water, it will be something different. And if water is formed, then the ratio is always fixed, and that is 1:8. So I've given you one example. You can take any example. You can take combination of carbon and oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Take combination of carbon and oxygen to form carbon monoxide. From this example, you can easily identify what will be the difference in the formation of product if I am changing the ratio. Okay, with the help of this example, you will be able to show that how if the ratio of the reactant is changed, the product form is always different. Dalton atomic theory was given by John Dalton. He has given following statement comprises the atomic theory of matter. According to him, matter consists of indivisible atom, that is, they cannot be further divided. All the atoms of given chemical elements are identical in mass and in all other properties. That is, if we are talking about a particular element, all the atoms present in that elements will be identical in all the properties. Next is different chemical elements have different kind of atoms. Clear? So obviously if we are talking about two different elements, their atoms property will be different. Next is atoms are indestructible and it retains their identity in a chemical reaction. And formation of compound from its element occur through the combination of atoms of unlike elements in a small whole number ratio. Clear? Some of these postulates were wrong. He said that matters are indivisible, made up of indivisible atom, but atoms can further be divided into electrons, protons and neutrons. But two of its postulates are related with the law of chemical combination. Dalton was the first scientist to represent the various elements by definite symbol. After that, different scientists came into undergoes the studies, and finally it was decided that the first letter is always a capital and the second letter is small. Okay, and some symbol represent one atom of an element, and it also represent the name of the element. It represent definite mass of the element, and atomic symbol saves time and space to write the name. Atomic mass means mass of an atom of an element. It is termed as atomic mass. Now it is termed as atomic mass unit, AMU. Now we can define AMU as 1/12 of the mass of an atom of carbon 12 isotope on an atomic scale. In simple word, we can say that one atomic mass unit is equal to 1/12 of the mass of C12 atom. See, this is simple definition. You don't have to calculate the atomic mass. Already it is done. But how it is done? It is done on the basis, or we can say by comparing with the mass of carbon 12 atom. Now, see, molecule. What is molecule? A molecule is an aggregate of two or more than two atoms of same or different elements in a definite arrangement. Clear? A molecule of a substance shows all chemical properties of that particular element, or we can say substance. To describe the chemical composition of a molecule, we will take the help of symbols of elements and formulas. See, when a symbolic representation of a molecule of a substance is done by the actual number of various atoms present in it, then it is termed as molecular formula. Okay, so each and every substance has its own molecular formula, and the number of atoms present in that is termed as atomicity. Means number of atoms present in that molecule will be termed as atomicity. Now we will be continuing this topic in the next session. Have a nice day and watch the video properly, and if you have any doubt you can ask. Thank you. Have a nice day.